Back on the Monday Night Rollins, everybody. Welcome to the DST show for your live Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Football live stream, where I have an excuse not to review it. So let's just keep it cooking, because we're opening it off with Rollins, so this is already a bad start. In about a couple of minutes, I'll start over the Monday Night Football. That's usually 20 minutes after Monday Night Raw. So, after the start of Monday Night Raw, so might take a bit of a moment, so we're going to watch a bit of Raw here in the UBS Arena in my hometown of, I think you would get the gist. I'm not going to announce it. Corey Graves trying to look like a Euro pedo. Oh my God, the commentary is just so bland right now. So what's going on up in the stream? Wonder how everybody's doing. Really conflicted even if I want to watch Raw right now, even though it's nearby. But I'm sick, so I couldn't go to the arena and buy the stupid tickets. So, dodged a huge bullet. What's going on, Christian Baruro, with the Dante profile pic? Love it, pal. Sorry if my voice sounds super weird tonight. Of course, my throat is fucked up. Amari Parker, let's go. What's going on, Amari? So Edge will be returning live on Raw after a couple of weeks of hiatus after his feud with Edge, ending in Hell in a Cell. I wonder what's going to happen. So at least there's some excitement going into tonight. Also, we have a tag team match involving RK Bro and Rollins coming into the ring. Yet they're still transitioning over Rollins on the face cam. And now they're going back into Finn Balor versus Rollins from last week. Okay. And here comes the architect, the face of Monday Night Raw, and he absolutely obliterates Finn Balor with a brutalizing curb stomp that makes men absolutely get estrogen. Sonic the Hedgehog was popping, man. And favorite version of The Undertaker, Lord of Darkness or American Badass? Well, this coming out of some set of bias, because that was this was early Ruthless Aggression to like 03. So I'm gonna go over with American Badass. I thought he was just a bit more realistic for me. A bit more to move over to the times with the over-the-top character. We were still like, we had over-the-top characters, but you really couldn't understand what would be going on over the realistic, gritty, more satiristic Attitude Era. So I thought Biker Undertaker was a bit more down to earth, but I know people was like, I guess more used to the supernatural darkness ministry Undertaker. That's just me. And nothing much. DST, just chilling. Good to hear, man. We're Seth Rollins on the mic. I got some breaking news, you guys. I'm pregnant with Becky's kid. That's the breaking news. There's actually going to be a drum roll. Yeah. There's actually a... You're already issued as a number one contender. Why have to come and announce that you already get a title shot for the world title when we already had a couple weeks, but 3 weeks to determine that you're going to get a shot? So they have to put it at the stupid day one pay-per-view. What the fuck does day one mean, chat? What does day one mean? I wish he comes out again in his 2000 Kid Rock theme. I think they would, but they would do that for like a network special or a show or a reality show. Or if they ever bring back Retro Raw, that they bring back the Attitude Era set that I would actually vote for. That shit would actually be pretty valid. I would love to see that. Because they do Retro Raw like back in the early 2010s. And did they ever have bad ratings whenever they did a Retro Raw? I can't watch this show. Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to. But I do it because somehow you guys really like me talking about it. At times. Nobody wants to watch it, but I'm sure you want to hear your content creator talk about it. Well, mainly shit on it, but you guys catch the gist. And here comes Finn Balor showing his two baby hands to Jesus, wearing his leather jobber jacket. The announcement is, I'm already getting a shot for the world title, even though you already know that. No, it's that you got pregnant with Becky's kid. Fucking weirdo twink. These are the two guys opening over the show. How come we didn't just have Edge come over? And no Finn Balor. And the ref is already in the ring. So we opened the show with this. And I forgot, didn't these guys headline SummerSlam a few years ago? And now here they are, like, having this stupid blood feud. And none of them are still, I mean, Rollins, I guess, in WWE's eyes, he's still a consistent star in the way he's still on TV. Finn Balor kind of needs Seth Rollins. That's the sad part. Finn Balor, look at him. He already got his jacket off. He got his jobber jacket off. Rollins trying to go for a toe piece. It was seated with the stupid fluffy Gucci goose jacket. I do not know what jacket that is. I don't care if it's expensive. It looks stupid on you. It doesn't look like any kid was to wear that. I remember some fans used to want the Chris Jericho jacket back when he debuted. Or hell, I think they wanted anybody wanted the stupid leather jacket. I mean, the lighter jacket Jericho had. Made a video on the Attitude Era today. Oh, cool. I'll try to check it out later on. I think I have enough time. It's not like there's a total of 3 hours in the show. Oh, so this literally is the opener after they just matched up last week where it ended in what, a DQ? Finn Balor already missile drop kicked him and now he's going up top. And Rollins escapes. But look, Finn Balor going for another creative move, a top rope plancha. Wow. And he comes with that body acne on his cell. Yo, that looks so stupid, bro. He was supposed to come out at Mania 34 because Kid Rock got inducted into the Hall of Fame. That would have been a huge pop. It would have been, man. But I understand they wouldn't have took the streak a lot more seriously because how humanized The Undertaker would be. So it's either they have to stick to their guns, because I think losing the streak would be the post WrestleMania 30 or 34 would have been a perfect way to do it against Roman Reigns. No, 34 wasn't when he faced off against Roman Reigns, right? That was 33? What was 34? Who did Undertaker wrestle 34? The CTE, the allegations, injuries, long-term memory loss, a lot of criminals in the league, a lot of fucking blood money, and wasted tax dollars. I love the NFL. It's like a huge relationship. Like it's like they're doing something bad, but you still love them. That's the NFL. So we stop with a jobber match against one Royal Rumble winner and a former world champion, and they're opening over the show for a blood feud that nobody cares about because Finn Balor is not even being directed in the main event scene. So that's already dumb enough as it is. So that's opening the show. Well, Rollins trying to garner heat that he's the number one contender, even though we know he's the number one contender. And they didn't even hype up this day one pay-per-view, or what does day one actually mean. Did they hype up day one over Survivor Series? I really like that song more than Rollin'. And you going to pay, especially with the girls at the beginning. Oh, yeah. That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. Depending on how it is, like, I mean, it's on the choice of Vince if he wants to bring it back, because bringing on songs like that are highly copyrighted and is not contracted like they did with CFO, it's going to cost a whole lot of money to get a song like that. But I understand he's possibly affiliated with Kid Rock, or not anymore. Rollins with a DDT, Finn Balor with the two. Oh, it's a near fall. This is going to be an amazing work rate match, John. This match is possibly going to be 20 minutes after like a 4-minute commercial break for a 3-hour show in a shitty arena like UBS Center. And I got him off the ropes, trying to collapse the lung. And there he is, vintage Seth Rollins, diving knee strike from the top rope. Finn Balor goes off the enziguri. God damn, just make a cruiserweight title for the main roster. I'm sick and tired of seeing these guys have these top rope moves and doing all this boring shit. They never do any type of, psychology to make them have any character. They're just having amazing matches. Like, you'll see the same moves off Seth Rollins every year. I'm being, like, serious. Like, tell me moves Rollins ever had to adapt, change, or, like, specific for this type of wrestler. I can tell you how Rey Mysterio changed his style up to face off against guys like the Great Khali, Mick Foley, Kane, Batista, Psychosis, Billy Kidman, like all these different guys. I've seen Rey Mysterio not always pull off the same shit in a different scenario, a different wrestler. That's probably true, Amari. I can't doubt that. I remember Eric Bischoff, an interesting interview. Somebody asked him about what was it, Voodoo Kid? The song for Voodoo Kid, and I think that was for Hogan, and it was like over 100K for it for 3 minutes every week. And that was for like the boom period that Nitro was actually good. So it wouldn't doubt me the way WWE's rolling bank, even though their core product is acid. Takes down the legs, goes for the double drop kick, goes for the near fall. Finn Balor's going for everything. Oh my god, this match is so desperate. Finn Balor's coming for blood. Seth Rollins still laughing even though he's gasping for air. Sling Blade got countered off the ropes. Rollins goes for the Sling Blade anyway. Jesus Christ, these guys nearly matched the same arsenal. Cover 1, 2, 3. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, good question. Wait. I thought this was a question. Raw is War Song greater than Raw SmackDown AEW? You're talking about current Raw SmackDown and AEW? I would go with Across the Nation, but I do like the Attitude Era theme. Fits really well. Well, the fans are at least a bit on the feet. I mean, most of them are applauding. Sling Blade! Oh, I never saw that coming. Finn Balor going for the running dropkick off the corner. Finn Balor with all the momentum in the world and no one's popping. There it is. Missile drop kick. No, the coup de grace goes nowhere. Curb stomp. Reversal into a... Oh, schoolboy. Near ball. Oh my god. Look at the work rate. Forearm. 2-time collision. And both men are down. Who's gonna win here tonight on Monday Night Raw with fucking Finn Balor's dyke-ass hand tattoo? Oh God, I don't even know what that's supposed to signify. I thought it was a lion on his hand last time. What is that? Is that supposed to be like a stained mural? What is that? This is such an amazing work rate match. Oh my God. Why you needed to turn around for that? And a Pele kick. Inzaguri. Rollins has Finn Balor dazed. Oh, going for that knee strike. Reverse neck breaker. Oh, just wallops him in the sucker punch in the eye. Referee warning off that eye shot. Finn Balor. Oh, and a forearm right to the back of the head. Rollins curb stomp on Finn Balor. And beats him clean. 1, 2, 3. Wow, at least that was actually under 20 minutes. If they can't do the Kid Rock theme, I hope it comes out to 1998 Dark Side theme. They're probably going to do the Kid Rock theme. I doubt they even have good ties with Limp Bizkit after he flipped off during the peak of their PG bullshit. So that's not the question. Possibly. Well, I don't know how people are going to correlate because, of course, that was like over like the early parts of the Attitude Era. Like Highway to Hell was Dark Side theme. So possibly more people are gonna like have a lot more fun when they do the Kid Rock theme song. That's just me. And then told the Red Squad are fired. All right, John. Cry baby Liv. Oh my fucking god. I really hate these women feuds. And Liv just beat the shit out of her just by one hand. Liv Morgan's already automatically looks tougher than Toni Storm on SmackDown. And I hate to say that because these are both attractive women. Get that CGI bullshit out of here. Who ever thought of that? Who thought of that? I thought the LEDs everywhere was enough. And now we have the stupid CGI when there's already lights all around the freaking arena. Like they have the lights or LEDs off the Minitrons, literally personalizing everything about the wrestler that you can signify and get off. What part of the person that's watching this on TV really needs to see a stupid skull signifying Brock Lesnar's crappy tattoo he got? Or Becky Lynch's fear-mongering face. It looks stupid. It doesn't look cool. It doesn't do anything to make the wrestler pop out. It just comes around just not looking impressive. It comes around being like an extra part that Vince really needs to get out of because I think that's wasting like way too much money to do something that not even the fans want to see. Like, bro, how come I'm not seeing the CGI of Drew McIntyre or the Nintendo stuff of the new gay? Like, come on, bro. Washington football team against the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seattle Seahawks have been in a tough downswing over the NFC West, by the way. Russell Wilson's back after injuring his hand a month ago when Aaron Donald tried to swat the ball away from him and ended up with injuring his finger. And then we had Geno Smith playing for the Seahawks. So you telling me how that goes. You tell me how that went. Seahawks are now the worst team in the division. Do you see counterculture movement to SJWs? That's kind of tough. how SJWs already, like, everybody wants to be equivalent to the counterculture, when the counterculture is already part of the mainstream. Like, everybody wants to be equivalent to the counterculture so they can feel different. And if that's the way the SJWs already feel like they're part of the counterculture, and I have nothing to say much about that because I don't really want to put myself over that mess. It's already 4th and 9. Seahawks got the punt so quickly. Like, what passed? Like, near 3 minutes? DeAndre Carter is going to kick it. I mean, return the kick over Michael Dixon. And it's going off. Nearly dropped the ball. He luckily got a safe catch. Oh, God. He got a fair catch. Luckily, he could have fucked up the entire play. And it could have been back on the Seahawks in good field position. So, really nearly dropped the ball on that one, DeAndre. And all I got to say to that is, oh, you almost lost your playbook a moment ago. So, I don't always want to talk about pro wrestling. I understand a lot of stuff been happening. I know Cowboy Bebop. If you guys don't know what that is a 90s anime from back in Toonami block. And it's like a space noir adventure show. Really cool show if you get to see it. It's not always like the current bullshit that we're getting from anime nowadays. Really cool action show. And then they did a live action series on Netflix, and it's absolute dog water, getting like chewed up by the media right now, especially in the YouTube community and many of them that watch it. So just seeing by that, I mean, how would you expect will there be any like good animes? And I'm not saying like, oh, because you like wrestling doesn't mean you don't have to like anime. I don't police that type of bullshit. I understand there's certain people that find anime weird. Do you see wrestling being back mainstream again? No. Everything got to change for that to be abhorrent. Wrestlers in the wrestling business got to get out of their they got to get out of their comfort zone. They got to stop feeling like only wrestling's going to sell. Simplistic wrestling is going to sell. Just being a good wrestler is going to sell. And they're not doing anything to push up their average ticket prices. And just like Ring of Honor, like that were supposed to be the pseudo alternative, all because they were more simplistic, more into just basic safe wrestling. And guess what? They never even grew out of going into select TV stations. And over 20 years later, they do nothing. They are now going to be in a hiatus after Final Battle of next month. They have fucked up themselves as a business because they never want to get out of over their comfort zone. And that's what happens to most of these wrestling fans. They die. They don't want to think of growing. They don't want to think of trying to fix something out of their box. They don't want to feel like making the wrestler more than the company. They don't want to actually make these characters more profitable. And that's what you're seeing with a majority of wrestling fans today. So that's how I feel like pro wrestling is not going to be mainstream in the near future. I wish I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope pro wrestling's mainstream for the right reasons. Thoughts on Full Metal Alchemist? Brotherhood or the original from like what, 04, 03? Either way, cool show. I have never read the manga, but I notoriously love the show. Really cool story. I like most of the characters, and just a remarkable plot. Makes you think. And I like shows that make me think, even though like I used to have like I'm not relationship with anime, I always wouldn't mind rewatching Full Metal Alchemist. Plus, it has such a cool name. And Vince is wasting his energy with Austin Theory. Austin Theory looking like a gay wedding planner, and Vince thinks this is the guy of the future that he's pushing the most segments to. He could have done this with Karrion Kross, could have done it with so many other wrestlers that were released. Pal, and you're coming over wasting energy on a guy that has as much charisma as I have subs. So you tell me why this guy needs a contract, Vince. Why does he have to share the screen with you, Vince? I don't get it. Either One Friend wants me to do a video on Edward Elric or AJ Styles theme song. I mean, with an AJ Styles theme song, I don't think that. Why? That just feels so off-putting. That just sounds really off-putting, Sonic. I don't know what to say. Better 90s show, Boys Meets World, Full House, or Saved by the Bell. Boy Meets World, better writing than both those shows. They were too kiddish for me. I know I'm not much of a 90s guy, big shocker. But like when it came to see the reruns, I'd rather watch Boys Meet World. You can actually have a more connect with these characters than watching Full House and Saved by the Bell that were more like family friendly shows. Okay. There's a rumor Shane is getting ready to become in charge of WWE. Just a okay, let's see what's going on in football right now. Second and 7. McLaurin.
David, Mom wants you.
That's what I was thinking. It does not suit him at all. Okay, okay. At least you believe that. And that's Antonio Gibson with a gain of 8. And I don't know what the hell Becky Lynch is wearing. I really don't know what Becky Lynch is wearing. Shut up. What? Oh, I told her to shut up, John. Just told her to shut up. Telling her to shut up. Talk too much. I feel like Shane could make wrestling cool again. He could he could hire Russo. They're cool, and he was around both boom periods. So yeah, I agree. I don't know how cool his relationship is. I know Vince Russo. It could be still on the table. He couldn't be completely interested in coming back into the business. That's just me and what I've seen over his live streams and in most of his shows. I mean, the most he's get interested with Raw is that he gets paid watching it. Depending on if he's still clear to work over the business, even if Shane takes control of it, That's dependent on how Shane views what he should do with WWE. So I mean, it could be huge. I like the concept of Raw Underground. It was just squandered poorly to get certain guys over that obviously. It was just a theme that couldn't fit the demographic of WWE. So that's how I felt like Shane could be a bit more innovative because Triple H is just going to be feel like making a basic wrestling show when Shane is more conflicted with making a show. So that's good. Oh. Trying to punch her. Becky Lynch is trying to attack. Oh my god. And it looks like Washington football team is going to score off 11 plays, 67 yards, first and goal in counting with near 7 minutes. So they ate up a lot, like a majority of the clock in the first quarter. 7 majorial minutes. Washington's drive, Seattle's drive was just what, like 3.5, like near 3 minutes. And here comes a handoff play over Antonio Gibson, and it's gonna be like what, a gain of 3. You already written yourself in the contract. Dun, 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 dun. Becky Lynch still doesn't look like a star overall this time. Riddle. Oh, he was trying to be like Orton. Jesus Christ. I thought he trying to be like Dan Severn or something. I did not know that was a cosplay to be like Randy Orton. Alone in the gun. Heinrich. There's like one receiver open. And it was bounced, and it was a bounce ball. He's obviously trying to go for the head. And that was over to Larry McLaurin. Bro. Bro. Stop bullying me, bro. Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy. Please, Randy. Riddle giving him the blonde hair to make him look like a transgender woman. It's like that scene when Goldberg was given the wig from Goldust. And it made Goldust. Goldberg didn't even beat Goldust's ass after giving him the wig. He was like, "Don't give it to me again. Why don't you just spear the shit out of him? Just squash him on Raw the next week. Get your point across. Look like a dominant force that can't be messed with." No, yeah, you have Orton coming around wearing a wig. He's probably gonna go that way to the entrance way, and he took it off. They talk to me. They talk to me. Well, they tell me things that I can't do. They tell me things I hate to do. They talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Do it. Also, Shane doesn't pander to the woke SJW crowd, so that's a plus. And he pushes hot women. Hey, you have to blame Lance Storm for that bullshit. I don't know, people, if I should still be going at this type of condition. I am not feeling well at all. Oh, and that's also 3 off a field goal. Like, they were up in the red zone for like a majority of the quarter. And you're telling me they still didn't score? So now it is 3-0. Washington leads 3-0 against the Seahawks. Three of 7 on track for the first losing season in Russell Wilson's era since, wow. Yeah, the Seahawks have always been a petulant, like, at least contender for a division leader, or like a perpetual Super Bowl contender in certain seasons. They have obviously lost their stride since losing the Legion of Boom. Russell Wilson's MVP caliber season is being held back off a lack of no line or running game. Sure, DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, amazing players, but they always can't get the job done because not always offense wins football games, especially not a well-structured offense. So, Seahawks, they're possibly going to take this L. So that's the tough part. I don't want to say that because even though I hate the Seahawks for beating my Niners back in the NFC title game, and obviously we have had great games against them, I always had a respect for how good their team was and how good Russell Wilson was for such a long time while looking like that. So disgusting. Russell Wilson looks weird. Shit. I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm going to cut this off short. I really needed my rest, people. If it was just a stuffed nose, I wouldn't mind staying for this long, but I am really not feeling well. But yeah, I'm going to cut this off short. Thanks for anybody that popped into the chat. Thanks, Amari Parker. Thanks, Sonic the Hedgehog. And Christian Burrow that stopped here always to say hi. Always love your comments. Always have good questions. But yeah, I'm going to cut this off short for health reasons. So thanks for taking your time to watch the video. I hope you subscribe so you can continue seeing my content. That's it from me.